welcome back. Oh, hold on. Am I getting echo through someone's mic? Oh, okay, maybe I just imagined it. Okay, so welcome back. It's been a week. We all survived it, though, hopefully. If you didn't, just please say in the chat that you're dead. And we'll hold a funeral for you in character.
Resident Necromancer will be here within 3 to 5 business days.
During COVID? Are you kidding?
It's a booming business. You got all those kids come out of the Necromancer technical schools.
So, that bit of insanity aside, welcome back, everyone. So, step one is, as always, to minimize all these fucking windows. And then we shall play the intro.
True lies, cats' cries, late at night on the run, magic ties, fallen eye, the moon shines down. Careful who you trust, if only you must stay alive with them. Take your time, solve the crimes. It's better off when you're gone.
And we're back. So, last time on the Unsung City, Shamrock met an inspector for the Bureau of Internal Revenue and finally filed his taxes. Edwin asked Dimitri to teach him Russian, and Dimitri asked Fritz about mixing drugs. What a crazy gang. After some debate, Dimitri finally chose to imbibe his cocktail of drugs. On the way back to the Swole Bowl gym to get swole, as they say, Dimitri's drug-induced vision kicked in, and he saved the team from a hit squad put out by the Falcone family. Having finally unlocked his potential, Dimitri was visited by a vision from the Auroras, the Slavic version of the Fates, and was offered the chance to harness his gifts, which he accepted. We now rejoin the team at the end of the week as they have finally completed their training at the Swellbold gym. And just in time, too, as strange forces are at foot in the city. All right, so we are back.
Back again.
Don't tell
Unsung
any
City's
friends.
back.
I'm very sensitive about my voice.
We'll tell a friend.
Word of mouth is the best form of advertisement.
All right, so we are back. It has been a week, or the rest of the week, I should say, about 5 to 6 days. Why don't you guys tell us what you guys did in between training sessions? We'll start with Shamrock.
Well, Shamrock was definitely being a busy little bee and realizing that things are getting really tense in the city. Between dragons and bars, along with demons, cowboys, and what have you, let alone all the fairy business, it's time for some upgrades. So, along with getting another concerning amount of gunpowder and mixing some more cartridges for his gauntlets, he made them a little more. To pack a little extra punch, he adds some more cartridge slots, extend the magazine a bit, and making it so it's a little easier to middle of fight reload, because that's going to be a bit of a thing. Along with that, he did a little bit of artificer wizardry and juiced the cells on those gauntlets, giving them a little bit extra more punch. Along with that, realizing communication is going to be even more important with everything going crazy. He made well, honestly, it looks like two rocks. But swears you can communicate through them. Just gotta talk in the ear. And just to beef up his defensive a little more, he made his shield a little extra, a little stronger, and gave it a little surprise for anyone who tries to get a swing on him. A surprise that might blow him back, say, 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Between that, all that business, he decided that, well, he's got a unicorn now. One that's deathly terrified of him. So maybe we try to fix that. And has gone about trying to alleviate fears where he can. I mean, as much as a nearly 6'2" robot can deal with a unicorn foal.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that goes.
Excellent. Edwin, what have you been doing in the downtime between 8 hours of exercising a day?
Trying to not think about the pain a lot. He checked out a couple of books from the library, presumably on that city we talked about, Sigil,
Mm-hmm.
to try and read a little more about that and see what he can find out about it. Specifically, stories about people going there.
Gotcha.
And he spent some time with his little fire ferret friend, trying to, figure out how the fuck to take care of a fire ferret and what they want to do.
Step 1, according to the guide, was tell it what not to burn up.
Yeah, and the first thing he told it not to burn up was anything that's a book.
Gotcha. Next is formerly.
Okay. Over the week, I think a lot of it is going to have been spent like shockingly getting really into working out. Like I think in the beginning it's kind of a very reluctant thing and something that he's kind of teaming up with everybody else for, of just being like, yeah, I'm really not into this. I'm just kind of here trying to do my best and trying to make the most of the experience. And by the end of it, he ends up like really getting into like the obstacle course aspect of it and really getting into like practicing dexterity stuff, even though he isn't doing the dexterity course, but just like getting to have access to that sort of training grounds in a way that he hasn't had since he was a part of like a proper organization. So that's kind of my little bit for, I'm leveling up his rogue. So we're gonna spend some time practicing climbing and being a little sneaky boy. Other than that, he is been very much reminiscing on like the weird dream he had and the weird like knockout session he had when he almost died and then got brought back by this strange figure holding a shepherd's crook. So I think I don't think he would think to like ask Edwin about it, because he and Edwin haven't really talked very much. but I think he would like try to go do some research. Whether he finds Edwin there or not, it's kind of up to like what if you want to do something.
Okay.
But I think he would do that, and then as well as just kind of keeping up with the real estate aspect of things.
Okay. That's right. You guys did quote unquote purchase a house, which I did not include in the intro. And we are going to start the session off with you guys examining said house. Gray, what is Fritz doing?
Okay. So, uh, for those of us who have day jobs, how often would we get paid?
You get paid weekly.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Okay. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, you make whatever you make in tips.
Yeah.
But the jobs pay, I mean, I don't think they started the bi-weekly pay thing. It used to be you got paid once a month back in the day.
Because I do,
Beginning of the month.
we can work out a pay rate because I found historical work records.
Yes.
Thank you.
You've mentioned to me before that you found the actual pay rate of a person who does that job full time, which you don't, but
Okay.
I mean, you're out adventuring with your buds some of the time.
True. It's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. So
But I assume
obviously,
Mama doesn't like hold it against you or anything like that.
yeah. Because when it does happen, it's magic. So, obviously, we all do be working on our fitness, though. Which I'm doing the Dex one, so we're getting extra bendy. I do not yet, but I'm working up towards potentially having enough gold to snag another one of those fucked up potions. Or those lightning potions. I'm basically just budget. Fritz is budgeting right now in his free time, but also, I want to fuck with people. I'm gonna real heavy fuck with people. You know,
Okay.
The life
I've been told to fuck with people, and we're gonna give it a go.
All right. We'll get into that more as it comes up, but suffice to say, the few times that you've tried it, you've turned out to be very good at it.
Yeah, that tracks.
Especially as Fritz is already kind of androgynous, it's very easy for Fritz to fuck with people.
I also would like to maybe fuck around with my new big boy spell, and subsequently also use that to fuck with people.
Gotcha. Are you doing anything with your pet during this time?
I mean, that it's like veal. It never touches the ground. Like, this is my sweet, sweet lizard baby. Lizard baby stays on my shoulders. I am learning how to feed it rats.
Oh, so you're taking it with you everywhere.
Not everywhere, but like, if I'm going on a short errand, then I will take the dragon.
Okay, cool. Excellent. That sounds great. And now we come to Dimitri. Dimitri, what have you been doing this week?
Dimitri has been wondering what the fuck is going on, and like he knows a little bit about the goddesses that or whatever the entity, the auroras, but he's been primarily been doing a lot of research on that and trying to get a better understanding of the likelihood that this was, as they said, just a hallucination.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried using out any of your new power?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he did the Spider-Man thing where he like gets somewhere alone and he tries like playing with his powers to see what works and what doesn't. And what are you doing with your warg, if anything?
That was something I wanted to talk about. Is the comprehend languages ability I have? Do I actually hear it? Because it's a racial ability, I still hear it in its natural language, right? It still sounds like a regular
I believe
Borg language.
comprehend language, it still sounds like whatever, but you understand the meaning of it.
All right, so I'm going to be using that and taking notes in order to get a thorough understanding of the languages the Borg speaks.
Okay, I've always kind of headcanoned it that like a low-level version is a very literal translation.
Yeah.
So some can get lost. So you still get the understanding, but you don't get a lot of the nuance.
Yeah, and I'm going to be working on that with the Borg, but mostly feeding it in trying to get a feel for the pet and let it warm up, because it's probably really snippy right now.
Borg, or are you trying to teach it?
Yes.
Okay, so you're doing both.
Yes.
So you're trying to teach it Russian, and you're trying to learn Warg at the same time.
Yes.
And I mean, you might as well pull Edwin in.
Oh
while
yeah.
You're doing it because you're teaching Edwin Russian too. All this.
Oh
time.
yeah.
So.
Am I just going to be teaching everyone Russian eventually?
I mean, Edwin, you're learning Warg for free now. You're
cool.
We get to compare notes.
Yeah, your Warg is kind of like, okay, whatever, smooth skin. But after you start like responding to it, and reacting, it's like, oh, you can understand me. That's cool. And then it actually
like only a limited time per day, but
yeah, but you're putting in the effort, and that's the important part. You're not just like, stupid dog. You're actually putting in the effort to meet it halfway, which is important to a pet.
Let alone a sentient creature.
Now, Jess is, in the meantime, tied up immensely. As
you mean Maria?
Yeah, that's correct, Maria. Thank you. Maria is tied up immensely, trying to all of a sudden learn about homeownership and taxes and things like that. That she tries to push off on Edwin whenever possible, but there's still stuff that she has to sign and know as the landowner, quote unquote. And in addition to that, Maria's also got her own winter wolf and her own patron to learn from. So Maria's busy. You guys still see her for like meals and the opening and closing of the club because she makes a point to be there. But she's very distracted
that makes sense.
Tired. Not circles under the eyes tired, but definitely like she's burning
more fatigued than she's used to.
Yeah, she's burning a bit more midnight oil than she normally does. And with that, we shall move to the map. Well, the stream was. You guys were on the map to begin with. All right, so let's get some city music here. So, what do you guys? So you guys are going to see your estate on the outside of on the the outskirts of town-ish, somewhere around here-ish, in this general zonage. What are you guys? Actually, I think that this would be. Let's get draw shape and let's call it green because green's the color we've been using. This area right here, down at the bottom, would be the perfect area for your house to be. In the Italian-controlled area.
Wow, it's perfect.
Yeah. Almost like I planned that.
Like a wizard.
Mamma mia. This is going to be one spicy meatball.
Thank you.
Meatballs.
All the memes have been met. Thank you very much. All right, so we are moving over here. You guys arrive on the estate. Maria is with you because she has the key to the door. You guys arrive on site. It's a nice, beautiful, picturesque, picket fence, trees,
What I missed?
lawn. You guys have just arrived at the estate.
Okay.
It's got a good half acre of land. It's a big 2-story house. Lots of big bay
Jeez.
windows. Can't see what's inside from the street, but because it is set, a good pace back from the street itself, up a slightly sloped driveway. But you can tell that it's even the peaks you can see of the curtains behind the windows show them to be high quality fabric.
Well then.
Looks like Maria's brother came through with quite a nice estate. As you guys go in and go up and walk around in it, Maria unlocks the front for you, obviously, and you guys walk in, and sitting on the desk, there's a table right next to the door, and on that table are 3 extra copies of the key. If you guys want more made, you'll have to get a locksmith to make them for you.
Or
Until you don't
someone.
already until
Cough.
you don't already have a locksmith.
Or an
The
artificer.
Oasis.
Or an artificer, but you guys have, a couple spares in case you lose a key.
Mhm.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Going in, you see a large staircase that goes up to a landing which overlooks the main entrance, and then another staircase goes up to the second floor. Under the staircase, there is a small closet for you to place things. To your immediate left, as you enter, looks to be a sitting room. Nice big windows and curtains. You can open the windows to let breeze through. Seems to be a small library there and some comfortable-looking couches. To the right, looks like there is a smoking room, which is common in old architecture. There's a room
Yeah. Dedicated to smoking.
specifically for people to go to smoke in. Servants could operate a flume to pull the smoke out of the house. And there
Nice.
appears to be a snooker table and a small bar. The place for the men to go and discuss manly things while playing snooker. Sorry. Going further in, you see a large dining room, and seats approximately a dozen people. Although it looks like, lifting up the tablecloth, looks like there's a spot for you to take the table end off and add another expansion on, so you can. It's decently modular. It looks like it's not set yet. However, there is a vase of flowers sitting on the table, and adjoined to it looks to be a large kitchen. And that kitchen has the island in the middle of this kitchen is bigger than Shamrock's desk. Let's put it that way.
Nice.
It's got one of
I'm
those
sorry.
modern convection ovens with a range, and looks like it's got all the furnishings of a professional kitchen. It also looks like it's designed to be worked by a staff of 4. But Cleo is very happy. She's rubbing her paws together as she walks around in it. Opens up things. Whoa, they got copper bottom pots in here and everything.
Only the best.
Nice.
To the side of that kitchen is a small sitting area. Looks like this is for more like comfy family gatherings kind of thing, where it's just a few people sitting around, possibly having a small brunch or you know, drinking coffee together. It looks well worn and used, as if this is the place where most people sat. This would probably also be where the servants ate, if you heard
I mean,
guests over.
I am going to point out that Cleo probably, if she's really fancy, if she's really a pro, probably would favor, depending on how, we'll talk about this later. Sorry, didn't interrupt.
Cool.
Why?
So, off to the side of the kitchen is a nice. It's got one of those newfangled electric refrigerators. Large electric refrigerator. It takes up most of that, like, floor to ceiling space.
No icebox.
No icebox. As a matter of fact, it's got a side to the side. It's got a large section of drawers and shelves that is just plates and silverware. Cups, pots, that kind of thing. Everything you need to like move quickly from this area directly out the door into the main dining room. Off to the side of that, on the other side of the hallway coming in here, it looks like the hallway goes like to the side, to the sitting room, and then into the dining room, and then also there's a hallway that runs straight through from the main door back to here, and then off to the side of that there seems to be a door which, when you open it, leads down into a basement, which has quite a few boxes of storage. Looks like a lot of Maria's things were moved here, lots of clothes and things like that. And it also seems to someone set up a wine cellar here. So there's a wall full of old bottles of wine. I think the youngest one on this rack is 10 years old.
Ooh. Is that I look over. I'm just going to be like, is this included?
We have the key. Yes, we already got the place.
Damn.
Everything that's in here is ours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I spent a lot of gold. You guys are fucking.
You did spend a lot of gold.
Yeah, to be fair.
You going back up the stairs, you see off to the side, off behind the small kitchen area is what looks to be a it's like one step down, and then there's a lower area which is a foyer for family to be in. It looks like there's several very comfortable couches for you to sit in. Off to the right, as you step into this area, there's a hallway which has a door to a bathroom, and what looks to be like an office of some kind. And going straight down this small hallway, there's a door that opens out into the garage, which has room for 2 cars.
Wow.
Well, I guess I can stash something in here then.
Turning back around and going back into the small foyer area, which does have its own fireplace. Looks to be gas-powered, hooked up to the city gas lines. You can go into an area which is large and expansive, and it has windows on all sides. In fact, there's a big glass wall between the sitting area, between this foyer and this entertainment room. You get the sense that in the modern terms, this would be where you would put a TV. for everyone to sit down and watch TV. So there's a
Huh.
large radio instead. For
Okay.
people to sit around and, read the paper and listen to the radio and discuss. Moving past that, there's an area. There's a sliding glass door. You take a few wooden steps down to a large indoor spa. There's a hot tub, which looks like it could easily fit about 10 people. And off to the side, there appears to be a heavy door which leads to a cold room where bottles of non-alcoholic beverages are kept, as well as several racks of meat.
Huh.
And, dried fish and things like that are all preserved here. You have a walk-in freezer here.
Holy shit.
Dragging
Hello?
yourselves away from the from the hot tub, which I'm sure several of you are eager to try out. You go back to the entrance and you go up to the second floor. Up on that second floor, immediately to your right, the second floor is carpeted, by the way. Immediately to your right, you see what looks to be like an attic storage area. The roof's slanted here, so it's not exactly comfy, but you could probably put up a guest here with a cot or something if you had to. There's lots of storage space.
No.
Moving along the hallways, you see a good six regular person-sized person-sized bathroom. Like a regular, your childhood bedroom. It's got enough room for a bed and a bureau and enough room to move around and desk and stuff like that. And a closet. There's about 6 of those, and then there's 3 larger rooms. These would probably be where you would station couples, if you had them. And then there's, of course, the master bedroom, which has its own attached bath with, you guys, between you, know enough to identify this African slate in the bathroom.
Huh.
Huh.
That sounds expensive.
I imagine it is.
It's got to be imported by boat and fashioned here, and anyone who's ever tried working with slate knows it's very delicate.
How the fuck did we afford this place?
You say we. You say we.
Yeah.
How the fuck did formerly afford this place?
Remember, she had a wish card that gave her a bunch of gems.
Formerly's a he.
Right.
Yeah, so formerly just kind of dumped money on this.
Yeah.
And Maria's brother kind of threw in a few things as well. They had this place, and he kind of lowballed you. But he kind of lowballed you and said he'd take 40K, but you guys paid for most of it. And of course, out back is a pool, as well as, the classical tire swing area for children to play, stuff like that. This seems to have been like a vacation home for the family while they were here on business. And now it's yours. There's plenty of room for your pets to run around.
Hell yeah, we can get my sweet hell puppy in a pool to
Oh
help.
my god.
Yeah.
And make it a hot tub pretty much.
You already have a hot tub.
Yeah, I know. We can have the ultra hot tub. We can have the hotter tub.
Don't kill us.
Well, just means that me and my metal family have somewhere to live.
I bought this so you would have somewhere to live. Stressed out about all of you homeless fucks.
Hey, I was living with my ma.
That's rough.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's a Russian thing, I think.
Yeah. Doesn't mean it's not rough.
Yeah, nah.
That's rough, buddy. So when are you bringing home a girl? I don't know
Oh
why
man,
I
you're gonna have
gave
to
her-
come out with Lee.
I don't know why I gave.
Yeah,
her
she's first generation elf, isn't she?
Yes,
Don't ask.
Your mother is an elf, a natural born elf.
Yeah.
Never
Natural.
really thought, though.
A natural born elf, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Yes.
like from the actual elven conclaves, not from one of
Yeah.
those people who like shifted.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maria, I assume, immediately insists that you all use the hot tub.
No. Gestures at the fur.
Not sure how well that do with the gears and whatnot.
Aren't you waterproof?
I mean, yeah, but how much grease do you want in that tub? Because it takes a bit to get these gears going smooth.
You grease your muscle. Oh my god.
How does
Oh
how
my
does
God.
Listen, some people eat, some people drink. Shamrock oils his limbs.
So, in that case, Shamrock can just sit. Shamrock and Dimitri can just sit to the side. But Maria says that she is going to enjoy this decadence while she can.
Oh yeah. He would formerly would join her. It's
Edwin would try his hardest to avoid this.
Howard.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he is.
Well-
I've literally never contested that.
No, you haven't.
Well, Shamrock's just going to enjoy the view as the kids go play out in the yard. And by that, it's probably just little Tintin trying to chase after Silver.
I
As a-
assume that you guys like let the pets play around in the backyard.
Of course. That's why I wanted a fucking yard and a pool in the first place, because I thought like we have so many sort of animals that might enjoy swimming.
The warg's just gonna lie there and be like, ugh.
So true about the work.
Dimitri, I assume that you would not be shedding at this point, but that's completely.
Probably not.
I mean,
Definitely
I don't
getting
know.
old.
He's just really self-conscious about how he looks in a swimsuit. Dead silence proves.
One moment. I'm actually looking up when polar bears shed.
I don't think they do.
I mean, it is cold where they are all year round, so it would make sense if they don't.
I'm
Polar
sorry.
bears completely molt annually in May or
Huh.
June.
We're way past that, friend. We're in October.
Okay. Fair enough.
Good. So yeah, those who enjoy the hot tub enjoy the hot tub. Those who do not are party poopers.
It's true. Is Fritz going in?
No.
What?
Wow,
Missing
it's just formerly in Maria in the hot tub, huh?
Fritz will sit on the side of the pool.
I mean, to be fair, doesn't Fritz have a bad history with pools and tubs?
Why would you bring...
Not that any of you would know that, but
No, that was totally out of character.
yeah, I know.
Missing a chance for unbridled hedonism. Character
Yeah,
development.
for now, Fritz is definitely shirtless, probably in just a Speedo, lounging on the side of the pool. Let's say deck chair, big sunglasses.
Okay. So, So the two of you are sitting in the tub, and everyone else is just like awkwardly displayed
No,
around.
I'm doing katas.
So
Incredible.
the two
Dimitri
As
of
he
is
you in
doing
the
said.
katas.
tub, and everyone else comes up with excuses to not join you in the hot tub. So it's just fun times with Formerly and Maria.
All right.
You did expect a bookworm to go into a hot tub of his own
Yeah,
volition.
because it feels really nice on your bones. Bestie, you're in a library. You're cramped over your little fucking chair. You telling me that place is gonna be warm in the winter? No, it's Chicago. It's fucking freezing in there. Your bones hurt, and I know it.
I also assume that you guys, this was like a chance for you guys to unwind from your week of torturing your bodies for 8 hours a day. But,
Meanwhile,
if you
Dimitri
guys
just
wanna-
does more.
Yeah, Dimitri
That's it.
just does Dimitri, I guess. But you don't have to. I'm not going to force you to do it. Maria is going to
Edwin
try
will-
to cajole you into it.
With some cajoling, Edwin will go in, but
Okay.
Yeah.
he's not.
Edwin,
I'll bully this bitch.
Like he'll get bullied into it. Don't get me wrong. He's just like,
not going to do it voluntarily.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's fine.
exactly.
That's fine. Peer pressure, got it.
Yeah. By the way, everyone should note that Edwin is decently buff. Like, not like a bodybuilder, but he's got like a solid 6-pack.
Damn, Edwin!
Because his father raised him by making him sword fight and do physical activities all the time. Like, he's a bookworm, but he's like
He's just cheating Anagonye.
He's fit. Like Edwin.
He's the definition of be soft but be ready.
Yeah,
He's fucking cheating Anagonye.
he doesn't have like defined muscle or anything. He's definitely got like a fencer's build. So Edwin does have some muscle definition on him.
Okay, I am going to be admitted later after the katas, Dimitri might be able to be convinced, but he does exercise first.
Okay.
I guess Sham is on babysitting duty.
It's fine. You go to your happy place. Maria does snap her fingers, and one of the a small failing appears and says, "Yes, how can we help you?" And she asks him to bring a bottle of wine, and he says, "Right away, ma'am." And he poofs away into a cloud of dust, and then he poofs back with some glasses and a bottle of wine that's 150 years old.
Yeah, the cream's jacked, Gray.
Yeah!
I'm staring disrespectfully. Disrespectfully. Not a bit of respect, and like fully will tilt the sunglasses down and look over them. Put them back on.
Submerged himself as completely in the water as he can to avoid.
It's the cartoon thing where like, everything from the nose down is submerged.
Like a little alligator.
On the record, in case Jess ever listens to this, formerly and Maria definitely have a discussion afterwards. That's like, so the cream fucks, right? What? Like, they definitely have a whole little thing about it.
All I'm going to say is it's quiet ones you got to look out for.
So,
The cream
at some
doesn't
point,
fuck.
I am going to say at some point the Dimitri does get into the pool into the hot tub with like Speedo and everything.
Ah!
Of course he would wear a Speedo. Of course he would.
I mean, you're a bear. I mean, wouldn't be surprising, honestly, for you to just not put anything on. Just take your
God.
off and get in. Because these are humans. Why do you care what they see?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm not going to put it that far.
God.
I mean,
Already the thought of him in a Speedo is so much, Jeffrey.
I have an unfortunate thing to say, which isn't weren't bathing suits the thing for this time period?
Yeah.
That's almost sexier, though.
Like, when I'm sorry, when they say bathing suits, they're talking like the full Monty, like
Like a bathing
one-piece-
costume.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like one-piece striped pajamas looking ass thing.
Hey, there were some ones that were sexy. Specifically, they were back in the day. The men's ones had a little strap across the back, like some ladies' ones do now. It's more like a ladies' one piece.
Could even see the ankle.
Scandalous.
Get a lot of
Anyway,
side boob.
Maria does push a bottle of entire bottle, a glass of wine into each of your hands, and she raises her glass in a toast to
Oh, damn.
to our new home and to making it out of the situation alive so far.
Might I add, I to our future.
New homes, new beginnings.
Yeah. This feels like a new beginning. Let's fucking drink.
Also, fuck the Lucianos.
Fuck
Yeah,
the
fuck
Lucianos.
Fuck the
Fuck 'em.
Lucianos.
We're gonna beat their asses.
That's our eternal toast. Is fuck
Yeah.
the Lucianos.
I knew Maria would have said that.
It's fucking true.
Oh,
Oh
God.
boy. So, you guys enjoy a nice afternoon or evening, if you guys want to go that long, of just, enjoying and picking rooms and moving in and stuff like that.
Hey?
The next day... Oh! Hey! Cool. Jess may be here for the next session. That's great. The next day, Shamrock, I assume you are the first one up and about. Or at least you think you are, except...
Except I'm wrong.
you think, surely there's no one up this early, except it appears that Dimitri and Cleo are sparring in the morning.
Yep.
And
Probably.
it looks like, I mean, you don't have a frame of reference, but this, if you were 20 or 30 years later in the future, this would definitely look like a Hong Kong action flick.
Well, Sham will just watch from the sideline, aromatic coffee in hand.
As you wander out to get
Hey,
the
Jack.
mail. Sorry?
Do you actually have any sort of layout or
Is there a map to
floor
this?
plan?
Or...
Yeah, is there a floor plan? Do you have a
I don't have a floor plan. I was going entirely off the memory of my grandparents' house.
see?
But I'll see if I can find something.
Draw one,
Just
coward.
MS Paint one.
I'll just fucking spend 10 hours drafting the floor plan of my grandparents' house.
It doesn't need to be exact dimensions. You don't have to do any math.
MS
just
Paint that
give us-
shit.
Just
Give us
make
a vague
squares.
idea. Yeah. Just make some squares, Jeff. I want to pick one square, and I want everyone else to pick one square.
All right.
Those squares are important to us.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank
All
you.
right.
For now,
And if it, yeah, I was going to say if it's too much, then that's fine too.
for now, you go out and you pull out the mail, and you find that or actually you wouldn't, because one of the servants would have gotten the mail for you, so you would find it on the table, and you see a newspaper heading that says, "Plague strikes hundreds dead in mall."
In wall?
In mall.
Oh, in mall. Gotcha.
Reading further, apparently there was a strange masked figure which came into a mall, according to witness reports, and started preaching about disease and this being a blessing from the gods and a lot of other stuff. People thought this person was crazy until the people who had stood around to watch this nutso started falling to the ground, and several people took the time to run out and call the police, and it appears that after they were the lucky ones, because afterwards the doors seemed to be magically shut. And when the police arrived to investigate the situation, they had to break down the door, and these big glass doors, they had to break them down. Even the glass couldn't be broken; they had to actually break it off the hinges. And everyone inside was dead. Like they just almost looked like they'd fallen asleep where they were. However, autopsies showed it to be almost their lungs were full of liquid, and looked like they almost drowned on land in their own fluids.
Some sort of pneumonia. It doesn't work that fast. Might have to take a trip downtown. Hell.
Spanish flu.
It's the Spanish flu, but it doesn't work that fast. And yes, Spanish flu is a pneumonia.
Yep, it's the one that happened in 1918.
Yep. Hell of a variant.
So yeah, no sign of the masked individual was found. However, there were hundreds dead, and due to the strange nature of this, due to the strange nature of this affliction, I don't know why I'm so grippy today. Due to the strange nature of this affliction and its suspected disease-like quality, none of the bodies have been released. And in fact, all of the people who were in the mall when it started, and the police who first went in without masks on, or not, like they were wearing cough masks, but they weren't wearing full
hazmat.
Full hazmat medical gear, at least the 1920s version of hazmat. They all of them have been quarantined.
Hell.
This is what the reporter could gather from talking to them through a phone.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the news. Additionally, it looks like there's going to be some rain later this week.
Oh no! It's the worst
Not
thing I've read all
rain.
day.
I'll rust. Oh, what a world. But yeah, so much for Shamrock thinking about going to Arizona. I guess he's got work here to do.
Yeah. Additionally, there's another article.
We can do what we want. He's made this clear multiple times.
Yeah. Furthermore,
I don't think he was hoping that.
Furthermore, setting up more plot threads, there's an article saying that the head inspector from the Bureau of Internal Revenue proclaims that they've shut down over a dozen speakeasies and uncovered corruption in at least 3 precincts in the city. And they're bragging about their rate of capturing, bootleggers and stuff like that.
Well, the precincts, that's a fair amount. A
Still
dozen
no word.
speakeasies? Not really much.
Yeah.
Grand
Still
scheme?
no word on the people who shot up a police station prior, just this past month, and The police are confident that they have leads, but this reporter believes that they may, in fact, never find the individual.
Wait, this past month? That was like 2 ago.
No, it was last month.
Yeah. Time sure flies.
Yeah, you guys have only advanced 1 month.
Yeah, we're just really fucking good at our jobs. Jeffrey's like, no, you're fucking not.
Oh, good. Well, okay then. Anything else interesting? Something in the comics?
There's a nice political cartoon of a senator who's you can tell because he's got senator on his sash, and he's dressed like a congressman, and in front of him he's pointing a finger down at what looks like a cowering individual on a street corner, and then who looks to have a very noticeable, comically oversized booze bottle hidden behind his back. And on the other side, you can see his hand, his right hand held behind him, and a person who is a person who appears to be based on the what's it called? It's not the inscription. It's like the title under them or something like that. Is now labeled as the mob, is placing a comical sack of money into his hand, and the caption reads, "Take that, you miscreant. This kind of behavior isn't allowed anymore." The most cutting of satire in the political section.
Truly cutting.
Are you okay, Charles?
Is that USB fine?
Yeah.
Oh my
It doesn't
god,
sound
I'm so
fine.
sorry. I wasn't sure that it was going through. I'm so sorry.
Is
my-
that okay?
My cat was fucking with it, and I didn't think it was like actually making noise on this end. I'm so sorry.
No,
Yeah.
You're good.
It's fine. It was just like, is your headset okay?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fine. It's my phone charger. It was just he was batting the end of it, and I didn't think it was going to go through the audio, so I was just letting him do it because I didn't care.
It's fine. Goose.
Let the baby have fun.
Goose
Yeah, no,
is
it
silly Billy.
stopped now. Yeah, fucking Goose. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
You're good.
It's okay.
It wouldn't be a stream without a cat.
For the stream, please know that he's just so fluffy and cute. He's adorable.
He is.
Yay.
I wouldn't even eat him if I was in Korea.
It's true.
Good thing we're not in Korea.
All right. So, yeah, that's the news. Cleo walks in with Dimitri. Both of them look like they've been beaten up a little bit. But they're both grinning.
I'm sure they're beating up each other.
Well, morning you two. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed looks like.
Oh.
Anything on today's docket?
Well, I did tell you I'd show you the special skill of mine. But I kind of want to wait. Out of character, I kind of want to wait for Maria to be here, or for Jess.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just need to get the proper ingredients, which will be here conveniently later.
Yeah. I need a whole cow. Like a live cow.
What's your special skill that you need a live cow?
You wouldn't believe me until I showed it to you.
Is it look me in the eyes. If my dog sees this, is he gonna be traumatized?
I don't know. Is your dog a coward?
The answer is yes. Okay, got it. Got it.
I mean,
Right, I'll cover Silver's eyes.
In my experience, dogs love animal meat.
Bad. Sounds bad.
Right.
Anyway, Akil walks in. He looks like he's kind of muzzly. He's in a sleep shirt. And he says, "Cleo, must you fight so loudly early in the morning?"
You thought that was loud?
I would
He's a light
imagine.
sleeper, Rainy. As I looked at Cleo.
Oh, he's don't ignore him. He's up at all hours. And you wouldn't be getting so flabby as she pokes his hard, no ounces of fat on him at all Titan. And if you weren't sleeping in all the time and eating all that fatty food that your wife makes, we both like protein. Leave us alone. Yeah, yeah. When you gonna bring that scythe out and fight me again? And they banter back and forth a little bit. Anyway, how's... I didn't get a chance to see what the larder had. How's bacon, eggs, and toast sound for everyone?
If you can spice it up with something interesting, that would be nice.
It's
Oh,
bacon eggs. What do you mean?
You've never had my eggs, have you?
No.
They're it's
talking
actually really
to-
good.
You're... Never mind.
well, I mean, it's not kasha or butterbrot, but I think I could whip up some blin, and I didn't really have a lot of time.
No, if
but I
it's
did
just something
make some
simple, just a
blitzes
little
last
spicy.
night.
Ooh.
Uh,
This surprised me, you know? Do what you can. I trust you.
all right. Do we have any other requests?
I'll take the whatever you got cooked up.
Right. You said you wanted to learn how to do this, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah. If you could teach me.
Here's the thing. In order to make it, you need to know what stuff tastes like.
Uh,
That's why I said you literally can't do it. It's nothing against you, but you need to know what stuff tastes like first to make this. I could teach you how to make the blanks, and then everyone else could put their own tastes into it, I guess. But you can't never make this. I'm sorry. You literally can't.
Shamrock's expression now is just the man that can see across the pearly gates but can't get into heaven.
Oh my god!
Hell.
Just he is so close
sad.
but denied.
Well, if we give him enough, if we let him if we teach him what we know, then we can experience, and then can't he learn through our experiences?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, he could learn to regurgitate whatever you guys give him, but he's just be parroting it back.
Sounds gross. I'm in.
It's not like he could go to India and try the local cuisine and then come back and
True.
flavor. He can't.
True.
He can't actually eat anything. He doesn't have any taste buds, so it's hard for him to. I mean, do you? I met some pretty
No.
advanced robots. Can you eat stuff?
I was made for war, not for eating, unfortunately.
Unfortunate. If only you knew an artificer, maybe they could fix you up.
Pulls
Who
out
of us is going to-
notepad.
Who of us is going to tell her?
Prints out
his
notepad.
next big
Learn
project.
how to taste. Big bold letters underlined.
I feel like if Google existed, Shamrock would have the most fucking pure search history in history. It would be like, what does pumpkin pie taste like? What does spaghetti taste like? What do blueberries taste like? Like it's just like really genuine the entire time.
Lovely smells of the.
How much electricity can a human body channel?
How hard
like
do I gotta punch this chicken in order to cook it?
It's half really, really, really sweet things, and then it's half stuff that's getting him on watch lists.
Good names for your pet automaton.
Babynames.gov.
Baby, behindthename.com.
So
Fantasynamegenerators.com.
yeah, so you get so she says no point in breaking out the fancy stuff. Everyone just gather around the small table next to the kitchen. And I'll make you something up. So she
Right.
you hear clanking. I mean, you guys can see into it, but Cleo's movement speed is 120 feet without dashing. So it's kind of a blur of her moving around at very
Mach fuck.
fast at 30 miles an hour. No lie. And she puts before you guys, after some clanking and banging, first she puts a pot of coffee down, and a kettle with some tea bags, and also some orange juice. Actually, I don't think orange juice propaganda is hit yet until World War II, so this would probably be apple juice.
Orange juice propaganda? Is that a part of
Yeah.
history I don't know about?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
Orange
is.
juice becoming a part of a breakfast was orange propaganda. From the orange.
Is that
It was
From Big
propaganda.
Orange?
It was no, like literally from the.
No, I
Orange
know, but
Growers
it's really funny to
Association.
say.
It was propaganda from Big Orange. But that didn't
Dang
happen
Oompa
until
Loompas.
the 50s or 60s. So, orange juice is not considered a part of breakfast, and in fact, people think orange juice is really weird and stupid at this time. So it's all apple juice.
Oh, fuck yeah, appy juice, motherfucker.
Oh my god!
Happy
we're turning
juice.
5
You
up
love
in this
appy juice.
bitch?
House.
Although,
Fuck yeah.
Dimitri, there is some kvass.
Ooh.
She also hands Shamrock a chip and says, "That's coffee from back where I'm from."
Thanks. Looks at the chip
Ooh.
dejectedly and just puts it in the drive.
Oh,
It tastes like slightly kind of like a berry overtone hint to it. It tastes just like you've always smelled coffee, except this isn't shitty street cafe coffee. This is actually like grown and hand.
It's that gourmet shit.
Ground. This is that gourmet shit. Yeah, that stuff you would pay like 50 like modern dollars a cup for.
Mm.
Okay.
Shamrock's enjoying it, but is still sad on the inside.
If only I was a real boy.
Tell me, Clover, will I ever taste?
So anyway, that's sitting there.
Oh,
Cleo
God.
puts before you an array of dishes. There's sausage and some sautéed mushrooms. There's blin, which are like a Russian version of pancakes,
Nice.
although they're a bit thinner.
Yeah,
As
I'm
well
seeing
as a couple like there's a bowl of cottage cheese. There's a couple different jams you can put with your blin.
So this is a breakfast fit for a czar.
This is a breakfast fit for all of you. This is what happens when you give Cleo an actual kitchen. There's some,
Wow.
Like a dark brown sausage of some kind, which Edwin should recognize as black pudding.
Oh boy.
There
Oh,
are several
boy.
eggs. There's sunny side up, and there's hard boiled. There's several.
You're making me hungry.
There's several like sheafs. What are sheafs of bacon called? Like the packages.
Oh, I don't know.
Package of
Pack of
bacon?
bacon.
I don't know. There's like a plate covered in bacon. There's another plate of various kinds of sausage, cheese, bread, 3 different kinds of bread. There's wheat, there's pumpernickel, and there's also, excuse me, this looks like just a regular white bread for people that are basic. 2 different kinds of cheeses. There's several croissants and rolls, and there's also looks like a fresh salad. It looks like honest to god garden picked ingredients. There's
Nice.
cheese board, and there's what looks like some kind of potato dish, which
Okay, sorry, just checking something.
I think my New York boys would recognize as latkes,
Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
Bet.
with some applesauce and sour cream on the side.
Sour cream all the way. Fucking applesauce.
There's also some
Ew. I don't mean that.
Wait, no, that's
Controversial
toast.
opinion.
There's also several bagels with what looks like sour cream spread over them. Or not cream cheese. Sorry, not sour cream. Cream cheese and
Fuck, I'm hungry.
smoked fish and capers sprinkled over
Jeff,
top.
you're killing us.
What snacks do I got around me?
Yeah, oh my god. I've got like a banana bread in my cupboard.
Bio break while we all go get food.
I already ate, baby.
So did I, but I'm still getting hungry.
Oh my god, are we actually taking a break? Amazing.
Wait,
Cool.
are we?
That's what I was asking.
I mean, I'm not going to say no.
Let me finish describing what she gives you, then we can all break.
Oh my god. He said, let me make you
That's-
a little more hungry.
Fucking hilarious.
Fiend.
A pickle with some dry cold baked fish and fresh rice. Lynn would appreciate that if she was here. Rest in pieces. And there's some pickled daikon, and she also places in front of Akil like an insulated box, and she says, "That's for your wife." The usual. He nods, and then he like picks up a fork, and he just like slowly starts adding things to his dish or to his plate. She also places like she also like walks over to Shamrock and says, "Listen, just point to whatever you want, and I'll make you a taster of it."
Oh god, he has so many choices. Oh no. Oh no.
I recommend you start with 2.
Ah.
I'm going to be kind of intense the first couple times.
Shamrock's hand is just sort of like half pointing at everything. It's like, maybe.
Wait,
No.
can I make a recommendation?
Yes. That might be a good idea.
I take a piece of bacon and I drizzle a little bit of maple syrup on it.
Oh,
Here.
you cheeky minx.
It's good though. It's
Alright.
just, it's a complex flavor.
Alright, that. Yeah.
Alright. Cleo takes it out of your hand and takes a bite of it and closes her eyes and moves it around a little bit. Alright, got it. So she walks back into the kitchen and she plugs one of the blank chips into some kind of machine. She places her hand on it. She closes her eyes in concentration, then it dings and pops out a chip. She takes it over and puts it in front of you. Oh, you have to try the blintzes. I made them fresh.
Right, then I guess those two.
Alright, and she hands you another chip.
She had that one already.
He ejects the old coffee chip that's been our use. Just like,
Yeah, it's gone
No.
blank again.
well, alright, we're going to double fist this one. Here we go. Both of them going in.
Okay.
Oh god.
And with this, we'll take a short break while we all get some food.
I just need to say that this is the Mabimbam bit where they talk about how you should tattoo what your favorite foods taste like on your body so you can free up space in your brain.
Alright, so we're going to take a short break
while everyone gets some food because we're all apparently hungry now.
Food.
Comrade.
So-
It's
so-
cockrat.
Hold on,
Comrade.
hold on.
Comrade.
Shh, blah, 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 blah. We're
So true.
recording again.
Oh,
I'll say it on recording. I'm not a coward.
Demonetized.
We aren't even
Literally
monetized in the
monetized.
first place, fucker.
It's
And
so
we
true.
never will be.
Absolutely, especially not when I say these special 3 words.
Oh, I want to be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
I want to be
You have to have
sponsored by HelloFresh.
You have to have a pulse to be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Damn it, Shamrock's gatekeeped again.
I want to be sponsored by Honey.
I want to be sponsored by
Yeah.
Bone Box. Bone
Or
Box,
Honey.
contact me.
Raid Shadow Legends, Honey, D&D Beyond. Hit me up. I am not too proud. to
You
spend
can't
this on-
say D&D Beyond when we're streaming our Roll20 screen.
I still use D&D Beyond for something.
Don't worry, D&D Beyond. I use it in the background.
I use D&D Beyond to keep track of all the magic items they're giving you guys.
Precisely.
So, ladies, gentlemen, non
So
people
true.
that fit in those two categories.
Nippleless automatons.
Cats.
Ah.
We're back. Some food had to happen due to reasons that were not my fault at all. And now, food has happened. So yes, Cleo has laid out this spread for you. Everyone enjoys and digs in, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah. Shamrock just rolling the bliss of bacon with maple syrup and whatever the hell that other thing was.
Yeah.
So, everyone gains. Everyone can roll a 1d8 and you gain that many temporary hit points.
Yeah. Sweet.
Until your next long rest.
I'll never
Cool.
sleep again.
Oh, sorry. In your next short rest. I'm sorry. Short or long.
I'll
rest.
never short rest again.
Yeah. It's still gonna expire at the end of the day, I'm afraid.
I've been lied to.
But until you guys take a short rest, you guys have this temporary hit points.
Woo.
Shamrock got shafted. Everyone else rolled a 6 or more. Oh boy, I'm sorry, Shamrock.
I got the health pool to soak it.
Yeah.
The discount version. Now, this doesn't technically stack with any other abilities that say gives you temporary hit points. But
Yeah.
Shield is different.
Nah, shield's just temporary. It actually overrides if I have other temp hit points, so
Yeah,
it's
sorry. So use up these 3 before you do your shield, or not. I'm
Yep.
Bad.
Dad?
I'm proud of you, son. Dad, are you space? Yes, son. Now we can be a family again. All right. Obligatory reference has been made. Now, we go to the Chicago map. We have Chicago music in the Chicago way. All right. So, we have thoroughly explored the options of the mansion. And Cleo winks at you and says, "Yeah, this is kind of meager, honestly. I used to make a lot more back home. Of course, we had more people."
Yeah, don't worry. We're trying to get our little family bigger anyway, so.
Yeah. Anyway, this kitchen's great. It's got a real gas range. No more wood fires. Of course, I mean, it's not as good as the one I had back home. But I can't expect you guys to have it heated by magic crystals.
Where'd you grow up?
Tibet.
Oh.
Cleo said that way too fast. Like, half of you are street people. Like, Cleo said that way too fast.
Where in Tibet? Wait, nope, that's not the word.
Try again.
Yep, where in Tibet?
Oh, you know, here and there.
Yeah, I've heard of those towns.
Yeah.
I don't think you even have to roll insight on this. So I'm pretty sure my passive's already catching something on the radar.
Yeah, I mean, Cleo clearly told you that she did not want to say where she was, like, outright in the zone of truth. She's hiding something. But Cleo's also not very good at keeping secrets, so she keeps dropping these small hints.
Right.
A very
Well,
remote part of Tibet.
right. Well, if you want, we can keep an eye out for those crystals and
Yeah.
maybe upgrade your range.
Yeah, I mean, if you could find some of the stuff that Tantor had, it's
Tantal.
Tantor, the artificer she talked about before.
Right.
You find some of the stuff that Tantor had, it's pretty crazy. Like, he shot beams of sound at people and stuff like that. It was crazy.
Huh.
Would her school, from what I know about her school, where is it usually located?
Why don't you do me a check?
What check?
There's not really a knowledge of esoteric schools skill.
There isn't a knowledge or martial skill, no.
Unfortunately. Honestly, an oversight on their part, I would think.
Yeah.
Let's
That would just probably be like a history check.
History or Arcana or something like that.
History would be good.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
What are you asking about again?
If I would have a understanding of where her school is usually focused, like a majority of it.
Go ahead. Yeah, you've never heard of the Sunrock Monastery before.
Well, shit.
No, you're like positive it doesn't exist. Like, it was 24, you know a lot of monasteries, including in Tibet. That doesn't exist.
I'm just going to keep silent about that for now, but
Okay,
I am going to pull her aside later.
And I guess on my end, like, what kind of crystals am I looking for? Like, can I suss that out, or?
So, I mean, I don't know much about it. All I know is like they plugged into the wall, and all the range was plugged into the wall and stuff, and there were glowing crystals in it, and it heated stuff. That's all I know. I'm not.
What would Shamrock know about that?
Sounds like mad science bullshit. Out of character, this is incredibly advanced technology. And there's more to her backstory and her and Akil and Beatrice's backstory than you guys have found out, and I don't want to spoil it by telling you a lot out of character. But this is, they had, basically what she's describing is like some interface between crystal technology and like some form of energy.
Interesting.
So like in Stargate SG-1, a lot of the Gould technology is run on crystals. It's kind of like that. Like she's familiar with electricity and gas and wood fires, but she's like lamenting the fact that you guys don't have a more advanced version of stove.
It does sort of make sense.
Right. Well, we'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think... Well, let's just say I haven't seen anything like that while I was wandering around, but, I mean, who knows? If one artificer can make it, I'm sure another can make it too.
Right.
Anyway.
We'll just have to find our own artificer.
Yeah. I just don't know one.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's almost.
Almost suspicious.
Yeah. I mean, really, you guys should.
Sorry,
pick
had to
them
check
up.
something.
Yeah, don't suppose that you know specifications they need,
Oh, listen.
materials.
Listen, I cook, and I punch things. That's about it.
Yes, with apparently a school that doesn't exist.
Whoa.
I beg your pardon. As they say.
Well, schools or not, and just giving Dimitri a bit of a look for later.
Anyway, it was big. It was like the size of my torso. It was embedded in the roof of the oven and at the bottom of the oven. And they had smaller ones in the range. That's about all I know. I know enough about technology to break it. That's about it. Akil nods and says, yes, that's about where I'm at too. I focus more on the spiritual side of existence.
Right.
Oh, Beatrice might know. She's all about that crazy protein place back home. Maybe she knows stuff about it. I'd have to ask her. She's never said anything about it.
What does protein and electronics have to do with each other?
What the
Lithoids.
sound?
Someone yelling, apparently.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Every time I listen to this track, something strange jumps out at me. Anyway, I don't know, something about like, I mean, you gotta cook stuff, right?
Well, we'll see about if Beatrice knows anything about this oven that you need.
Yay! Maria's here. Just in time.
Just waiting for the Badoop.
I think there's still going to be a couple minutes, but I'm not
Let's
sure.
Mhm.
We can continue doing stuff.
Well, Shamrock's just going to spend a bit to furiously make some diagrams and notes, just rough, based off descriptions.
Jess!
Hi.
Yes.
It's our
I
wonderful
still
boss.
Headphones. I'm sorry. I like moved to a new place, so I don't know where anything is yet.
Well, congrats.
So I'm okay for now, but when my roommate comes back, I'll probably have to shut up.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, we're glad you're here either way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Excited.
did, yeah.
Also, welcome to the new house, in game and out of game.
It's true.
Oh boy.
We're in the middle of interrogating a cat.
As you do.
About magic space ovens.
How does
I'm
that-
fully lost, gonna be honest with you.
So Cleo has, I mean, you'll have to watch the VOD later, but Cleo has set you out like a king's feast for breakfast. And she was lamenting, she was like making offhand comments that the stove here isn't as good as the one she had back home, and that led to the current discussion.
Turns out she's been lying.
Cleo's
a lot
not
of
even
stuff.
from Tibet.
A surprise to exactly nobody.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I guess at that moment, Moria comes down for breakfast.
Hi, everybody. What did I miss?
Oh, I made
So, Cleo, would you like to share? Would you like to share?
I mean, yeah, it's still here.
Yeah.
I recommend the blintzes. I made them myself last night.
Oh, nice. I'll grab one.
I think you meant the other connotation of the word share.
Sorry, I'm not following you.
Look, Cleo, we're not begrudging you having your secrets. We all do. Look at us. However, just promise us you'll be honest at some point.
Listen,
Sure.
She looks at Akil for guidance, and he just kind of shrugs. Like, she gives him a glare, like, "You're no help." All right. Listen, we're not exactly from Tibet.
Yeah, fucking obvious. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen,
Like I said, we understand having secrets.
it's not. I don't think even if I told you, you guys could help. But you've done so much for me and mine. I don't mind sharing our story with you. But you better call Beatrice. And Akil
I'll give her a
nods,
call.
stands up
Who's
and makes a phone call, and about 5 minutes later, Beatrice shows up at the door. Cleo's meanwhile just been like rolling a sausage back and forth on a plate. We are not from here.
You can kind of tell. You don't look like the Chicago sort.
No, I mean not Chicago.
You're not from this realm.
Kinda. Akil, you know the magics better. A portal had opened up in our home and sucked the three of us in, and we appeared out in a rural area. Yeah, and well, we did some research. I did some research. Right, he did some research. And it turns out that the closest place to where I'm from back in our world is your Tibet. So that's what we said.
Yeah, I guess no, I can't say more.
I
Yeah.
don't get the reference.
Don't worry about it.
Was the Wizard of Oz even a thing?
Yes, we had this question. We had this talk before.
The
It
books
was.
are. The movie is not.
Right.
The book was.
So, do you know the name of the place that you all came from?
Well, where we're from, is do you guys have cruise ships yet?
I think the Titanic is about to set off, but it's not for a few more months, maybe a year.
Oh.
No, it's
Oh yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't get on that. Anyway,
Wait.
yeah, don't worry about it. Just don't get on it. First cruise ships are never good.
Right.
Okay. In my research of the fates, did I come across anything like this?
Of
also the Titanic
The Aurora.
happened 8 years ago. Just saying.
Oh.
Did it?
Yeah.
Guess we're all getting years wrong. Don't mind me.
Rewind. Yeah. Like that, but it didn't sink. We're from the SS Titania. No relation to any of your faithful. And it's kind of like what you would get if you took Chicago, but made it a floating city. It's got its own power sector, and it's got a market, and it's got the red light district, and it's got all sorts of places.
Have I heard of that before?
No. a red
Yeah,
light
not-
district and a market and power. Yeah, you've heard of those things before. You've never heard of the SS Titania before. But the technology on the Titania is a lot ahead of what you have now.
I'd say so. You got a floating city. I mean, hell, clouds alone
Yeah.
would probably tear you apart.
The issue with the Titania is that it was stuck in a time bubble for a long time. We don't know how long. And when we finally got the ship started again, and moving, it went through the barrier of the time bubble, and well, here we are. It could be a lot worse. We saw people turn to dust in time backlash, so getting stuck on another plane is not so bad. But we're just kind of chilling here until our friends find a way to get us back, or we find the way back to them. One of the two.
Well, what happened to the SS Titania then?
I would love to know that. Last I knew, the plan was for us to head to the nearest continent and find out how long we'd been out. I know Tanto was looking forward to seeing his boyfriend again.
And you said
Oh,
that
yeah,
the
that's
place
another
that you're
thing.
coming from is kind of like Chicago?
No. Like, not at all. It's just like, imagine it's its own city, you know? It's got sectors, and it's got a security, and kind of like your police, but they actually work. And it's got,
I'll believe that when I see
Oxymoron.
it.
it's got power where all of the plug-in stuff and make it work goes. That's what Tanto is. And we've got a market district. And
What's it look like?
Only imagine how much coal that thing burns.
a big ship? I don't know. I haven't
Okay.
seen the outside. Well, I mean, I
Yeah,
did.
I'm
on the
just
voyage.
wondering.
It's a big boat. Big metal boat. But like city sized. And we got, the medical district, and on the surface decks you got all the illithids and the mind flayers and slimes and stuff like that. The usual place.
Right. As Shamrock is silently very happy that Francis is not here for that.
Oh god.
Yeah. He retired, bro. He doesn't have to deal with shit anymore.
Yeah. So I don't know anything about the tech except that it works. Beatrice, do you know how the ovens work? What? I mean, I know you plug it in.
Shamrock pads back out just at the ready.
You plug it in, and the energy from the ship's reactor fills the crystal with power, and then it does what you tell it to.
No power conversion, capacitors, induction arrays.
I don't know what any of those are.
Shamrock just slowly and sadly puts the notepad and pen away again.
Cleo punches. You've got a monk, a cleric, and a barbarian.
I know, but Shamrock had hope, and it was dashed.
You've got a monk, a cleric, and a barbarian. That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry, friend. Actually, he's a multi-class cleric fighter.
So no brains.
Even
Sad Shamrock noises.
These are like the people who couldn't tell you how a cell phone works, but they know how to turn it on.
in other words, most people.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep an eye out for any of
By the way,
that.
you don't know any gnome artifices, do you?
Do they have to be a gnome?
I don't know. But the one gnome artificer I do know said his entire family's bug nuts crazy.
Oddly
Assume it's a gnome
specific.
thing.
You try Goobolds.
Name sounds familiar.
You know what? Stick around. I'll show you over there at some point.
Right. Anyway, Maria, you wouldn't happen to have a cow on the premise, would you?
A cow?
Yeah. I promised I'd show you my trick.
Oh God.
I don't think I have a cow here.
But I need the whole cow.
You need a whole cat for what? What?
Something unsavory.
You said to show you my secret technique. And
I will acquire a cow for you if that is what it takes.
Feels like Cleo. You sure that's a good idea? The last time you were knocked out for a whole day. I'm better now.
I'm gonna get this cow. I will do this for you. Give me 24 hours, and I will get a cow.
It doesn't have to be a live cow, but it does have to be the whole cow.
Well, that's actually makes it
Town
easier.
ready.
Are you gonna... Okay, so to clarify, are you gonna kill the cow?
I mean, yeah. I mean...
Okay, I'm gonna get an already dead cow then. I don't know if I can watch it.
I mean, she said it needs to be a live cow.
Well, it doesn't have to be live, but it has to be
You said it has to be a whole cow.
Like,
Okay, I thought she said it had to be live.
like.
Alright, that's my quest for today. I'm gonna find the whole cow.
Don't let them take any of the organs or anything. I need all of it.
Alright, I will clarify that.
That's selfish. Kidding, I'm sorry. Fuck, tough crowd.
I honestly didn't hear the joke you made.
Something about
It's
being
okay.
selfish or something? I don't know.
You're good, you're good. He would have just been embarrassed, that's all.
Alright.
Well, I guess if anyone has anything else to do here, I suppose you guys should take a look at the paper. Just some shit went down over by the mall. Some crazy guy. Just it's probably easier if you just read yourself.
All right.
And if you want the TLDR, essentially, down at the mall, 100-some people died from plague in the span of an hour or so, or at least from the time a crazy man started praying and fell over.
No, we started
And- proselytizing, then fell over. Then a few people ran out of the mall to call the cops. The doors locked. And then as soon as the cops came in, busted the doors down, everyone was dead from plague.
And the masked man was gone.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Yeah. So,
Should we do something about that? I kind of liked our last time being vigilantes.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say no. I'd just say be careful with a lot of you. You guys got lungs that tend to get diseasey around this kind of shit.
I mean, wait. You mean like influenza?
Like Spanish flu.
I don't know what Spain is, but I'm pretty much immune to disease.
Well, that's good. Just
Akil? My god protects me from disease as well. And he has extended that protection to Beatrice. So
I suppose that's good news. Just make sure you don't carry it around to others.
Right.
Wash your hands, sterilize, the works. So, well, Guess we can go look into that at some point.
So, I said I was trained by like a 5-star chef. That's not technically true.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Seafood Creed was. I don't think you guys have this kind of thing yet. So on the boat there was a competition called the Iron Chef, where the best chefs from all over the ship came, and Seafood Creed won like twice, I think, against the best chefs in the world, and I think like the most equivalent you have around here is a 5-star chef. But I learned a lot from him, including how to beat people up. To answer
Okay.
your question, yes, the Sunrock Monastery does exist, just not in this world.
All right.
Well, I suppose that answers that question.
I'm sorry for downing you.
It's fine. I doubt we even have Fellas in this world.
Do we? I'm pretty sure we do.
Do we have a what?
Fellas, it's the race that Cleo is.
Ah.
You guys have never seen another Fellas in the city.
Okay.
Can't say I do.
But I know, who knows? Get one mad wizard who experiments on giving sentience to cats, you get more.
Huh.
It didn't take too large a leap to drive those wizards bonkers.
You say that like they aren't already.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, so what's the plan for the day, besides getting a cow?
Well, it was Beatrice, right, that said they wanted to go to Gabolt's?
Yeah.
I have a little bit of research I'd like to do personally. But you guys are welcome to go do what you'd like.
I was planning on dedicating my day to the cow. I'll tag along for whatever.
Okay.
I got no plans.
Hey, Cleo. One is. I'm pretty sure they have a. I'm pretty sure the pit's open tonight. Want to join me?
Oh, hell yeah! Tell me I can
Nice.
break some knees and I'm there. She
Oh,
makes a fist with one paw and, slaps it into her other palm.
Also, Shamrock does want to investigate the scene of the incident if possible.
Sure.
I also have to call my. I also have to call Ma. I have to call mine. Let her know that I've got a place.
Hey, Ma, I'm
Did you
moving
not-
out.
Yeah, did you not get your stuff?
Not yet.
I have stuff.
Then you could just tell her in person. It seems like kind of a big conversation to have.
True.
You guys want to go meet Dimitri's mom and dad?
Fuck no.
Oh, oof.
Oh,
I've got stuff to. I just said I have stuff to do.
yeah.
It's
But
nothing
that's just-
against Dimitri. I'm sure his
I'd meet
parents
your
are
mom,
fine.
Okay. So we got several groups splitting up. We got formerly going to do some
Doing some research. Yeah.
Is anyone going with formerly?
I'm going my own way, so.
Don't worry.
Edwin, like I said, he's going to be looking into Sigil more, so he'll be in the library.
Yeah, we'll go together.
Book boys.
He might be able to get formerly into that special back area of the library with all the scary books.
Scary.
All right, so we got the book boys, and then Dimitri's going off to see mom and dad and say I'm moving out. Is anyone going with Dimitri?
Yeah, I'll go with Dimitri if we can do the cow thing afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Dimitri could carry a whole ass cow.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
All right. And everyone else.
What's Fritzy up to?
Yep. What is Fritz up to?
Fritz doesn't have any plans. Doesn't really want to be involved with whatever this cow shit is, but also is intimidated by the idea of reading a book.
Uh,
Do you wanna
Wanna come with me then? Go for Goobolds? No. See about what the hell's going down at the mall.
Fritz, come do the cow with me.
No.
You wanna
Okay.
do the cow, I know you do.
Hey, Maria.
Hey.
You know I love
To be
you.
fair, it's probably gonna be Cleo and me carrying the cow back.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be involved in whatever the fuck is going on over there.
We don't even know what's going on yet. None of us do. That's the beauty of it. It's a surprise. It's a cow surprise.
Fritz is just taking the teeniest, tiniest little steps towards Sham. Just like, diddy.
All right, but after we have an excellent time, you're gonna be thinking to yourself, "Oh boy, I wish I had gone with Maria to get
Oh,
that
yeah.
cow."
I really wish that I could have participated in moving a giant hulking animal corpse around the crowded city. Yeah.
Don't forget, they're also going to see Dimitri's parents. You could have.
Yeah.
You could have flirted with Dimitri's mom and dad, and now you'll never get the chance.
You say I'll never get the. I will get the chance.
Is Dimitri's mom a MILF? Be
It
real.
finds a way.
Actually, I need to know this for
Answer this question
purposes.
for me.
What? Is she what?
Your mom a MILF?
MILF.
She's an elf.
A MILF.
I'm not hearing a no.
I'm not.
That sounded like an explicit yes to me.
Yeah, she's an elf. What do you expect?
I'm sorry. I believe that there are ugly elves out there.
Lies. That is blatant anti-elf propaganda.
I'm stealing that
Let's just
message.
change your minds at all. Dimitri's got a hot mom.
Dimitri's mom has got it going on.
Now, what about Dimitri's dad? DILF territory?
Yeah, is he a DILF?
He's
Did
Russian
Dimitri's
mob.
parents fuck?
He's Russian mob.
Dimitri's dad
Okay,
is
so
actually
absolutely
pretty
is.
rad.
So
Got
if
a
you like
six
the-
pack
Look at
and
Russian
one
accents,
so
that's even
bad.
hotter.
Guys,
If you like
Yes.
the built, mustache and beard with a couple scars.
yeah.
Yeah.
Power bottom.
Fritz, seems like maybe something you'd be interested in. Question
I've
mark.
got time. I've got all the goddamn time in the world. I'm going to go spend some time with, I'll be honest, everyone's favorite, but my favorite.
If Sham could blush, he would be cherry red.
All right, whatever.
Pat.
Mr. Sherman, are you going to Goobold and then the mall, or the other way around?
That's the plan. Oh, and before I forget, Maria, since we'll be splitting up for a bit, you should take this. And he hands Maria a rock.
Her first cell phone.
Think. Hi. So. Hey.
Oh, right,
Shane.
sorry. Flip it over.
Hold on. It's much more funny if we call it a shale phone.
Boo!
Kills you.
Yeah,
I
right.
would
You
not
will be here
have
all
this
week.
week's call.
Yeah.
So help me God.
Flip it over.
Okay.
And on the other, well, on one side it's just a flat rock made of shale. On the
Yay.
other side, there's the very clear imprint of what looks to be a human ear.
That's not creepy at all.
Oh, Cham, did you draw this yourself? This is really good.
Yeah,
I'll put it
but
up on the fridge.
no, you don't. Hold on to it. Hold on. And he's going to just get from a seat and go into a distant room, just not explaining anything.
Oh my god,
Did I offend him?
Yeah, he's really sensitive about it.
Hello?
Out of the stone in your hand comes Shamrock's voice.
Can you hear me? Am I coming in? Hello?
Maria like screams into the phone. How are you doing this?
Ah! Jesus. Quieter, please. I can hear you perfectly fine.
You're in the other room. I gotta shout for you to hear me, but it's kind
No, you don't. I can hear through the stone.
Okay, so it's like a telephone, but it's a rock and it's fully in my hand. Where's the wire?
It doesn't need one. It's magic. It's magic.
No, hold on. I got this. And Cleo walks up and motions for Maria to bend down, and she whispers in her ear, "It's got magic wires."
Oh, I see magic invisible wires that I can't feel. This makes sense.
Oh,
Right,
I figured out what it was with the sending stones. I just spent my infusions to make like 3 sets.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I just kept handing them out to people.
I mean, I suppose that works. I kind of have my stocks full right now, but
Sending is unfortunately does not cross planes, so she can't use her sending stone. Unfortunate. Cleo doesn't know that though, so she sees yours and she's like, "Oh wait, I have one of those too," and she pulls it out and she's like, "Tanto, are you there?" And you get like the sending stone version of a dial tone. She's like, "Oh," and she puts it back.
hello?
Well.
Hello? Well, you need to hold up your ear, but, right, this works. Right, I'll be right back. Click.
Where's the click sound coming from?
Can Maria get like a snap phone of these? I feel like she's a bitch who needs a flip phone.
Please tell me she gets like some equivalent of like a big dangly keychain on it.
I love the idea
It's
of
like one of those
Maria,
fuzzy ones.
paying someone to drill a hole so it looks like the ear is pierced and then like hanging a keychain from it.
Perfect.
Paying someone. Shamrock is right here.
I'm gonna try to get another rock to make this a flip phone.
And now it comes out from the other room. Right, so, yeah, if you could hold on to that.
Fantastic. This is almost perfect, Sham.
Yeah, right.
We're
Thanks.
gonna make a couple of
Almost.
touches and then it's gonna be amazing.
Just
Be careful with that.
It's gonna be purely aesthetic. I'm just thinking it can have a little more oomph to it. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Oh my god.
Right. Shamrock Rage have to do self repairs.
Hey, you guys don't have mobile phones yet? That's weird.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, like, you guys got radios, right?
I mean, yeah, but how would you make a phone mobile?
Well, I mean,
You'd have to be really strong.
I don't understand all of it, but something.
Well, you would
about
just have the
radios-
magic wires like this has.
Yeah, something about like radios are involved. I don't really understand it.
Huh.
All I know is, like, this thing can be done with technology eventually.
Oh.
I mean, it requires you to figure out how radios become smaller than a bookcase. But you know,
What?
Yeah. Well,
Radio becomes.
forgive me if I don't hold my breath
actually,
for that,
the
but
1919s.
Sure, they can get wizards to shrink it, right?
Yeah, just actually, real world facts. Just after World War I, Bakelite became huge, and that's when the home radio became like the size of a loaf of bread.
Huh.
I remember
Huh.
seeing the original Bakelite commercial in school. The guy's like, "Here's an old radio and a Bakelite radio," and he walks up to the top of a ladder and he drops them both, and the old wood like shatters and pieces go everywhere, and the Bakelite one like bounces, and then he picks it up and plugs it in, and it works just fine.
Huh.
It's great if you've got a dog.
Or
And we
a
have
giant
many.
warg.
Or a cat.
Or a cat who is like a weird tentacle.
Oh, just cats in general. They love to push shit off tables.
So fucking
Yeah.
true, bestie.
truth.
Anyway, so let's. We've got about 38 minutes. So pick who you guys want to do first.
I mean, I
Dimitri's
say,
mom.
yeah, let's let the mom crew go, and then we can do book boys, and then we can go to
Okay, let's
Gobold.
The most important
Let's do
quest.
Dimitri's mom.
Oh my god!
Okay, so you guys make your way to the Russian sector of town. It's not like Russian street signs or anything, but this is where all the Slavic families live. It's very obvious. You could see a whole bunch of. I don't think Gopnik was a thing yet, but that kind of feel.
To be fair, yeah, be careful throwing that word around nowadays.
It's like as I was to explain to me, it was a term that came from when Russia was like trying to pull people into the cities, and housing blocks were incredibly subsidized, and so it became a term for the people who would work like 1 or 2 days a month and then live off that money for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, though. Anyway, not quite that, but you do see like a lot of Slavic people like sitting around talking, chatting. You can hear a lot of Russian and German and Polish and stuff like that. I know German isn't technically Slavic. Shut up.
But
Russian,
in-
Polish,
Yeah.
Montenegrin, that kind of thing. Romanian people, of that general area of the world are all kind of congregated here. And Dimitri leads you guys to. I mean, it's not like the best, but it's not like the best house. It's kind of like one of those postage stamp houses. You know what I mean? The ones that are like property that's barely bigger than the house itself. But I mean, it's nice, and it's not an apartment.
Yeah.
So Dimitri, you walk up to the door with
Maria and Cleo.
And Cleo.
Because we were going to go to the pits later.
Yep.
What a great group to bring home to your parents.
Mom, this is
What else
my
could you
boss.
possibly hope for?
Hey,
My boss
so
and her hired muscle. So do you knock on the door, or you just go in?
first off, I talked to Maria. Maria, keep in mind, my father's Russian.
I will keep that in mind. However, I'm not saying I'm not gonna do like I'm not. I'm doing gonna do. I'm not gonna break up.
Just keep in mind that when you see him,
I'm not gonna break up anyone's marriage, no matter how hot your mom is.
that's not what I was implying. You'll see.
Okay.
So knock on the door. Oi, ma! Hey, ma! What was? Basically, open the door.
Okay. Now, your parents have only ever spoken to you in Russian.
Yeah, probably.
So you call out in Russian to them.
Yeah.
And no one else in the party understands.
Has Edwin learned any Russian yet? Does he know?
Edwin was. Was Edwin here?
No.
Oh, Edwin's not there. That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Edwin would probably understood like some of what was being said, but Edwin's with Formally.
Yeah.
So true.
I forgot. It's my bad.
So yeah, you call out that you're home, and your mother calls out from the kitchen that she's busy cooking, and your father walks in from the studies, and the two of you see like a bear of a man, not to use too fine a point of a term. This guy is built like the proverbial outhouse, but he is in a nice like casual suit.
He's got some tattoos.
Yeah, just a few, and a lot of scars.
You've probably had enough dealings with the Russian mob. You can tell what a few of them are.
I don't know. Have you, Maria? Did you ever deal with the Russian mob in New York?
Probably briefly. I don't know if I paid that much attention. I don't think they're as
this guy
big.
This guy speaks to you of like capo. He gives off that capo vibe.
Looks at Maria knowingly.
Maria just shrugs back like, I don't know what you want me to do with it.
So he walks in, he gives you a hug, and even though that you are like a foot or two taller than him,
yeah,
because he's like tall for a man of the age, but you're like polar bear tall.
Oh yeah.
He's still shorter than you, but he gives you a big hug, which still creaks your ribs.
Oh.
He says, "Son, welcome back. Who is this? Your new girlfriend? Is she Catholic?"
Nope. No to the first one there.
He's speaking in Russian.
Okay, never mind.
She doesn't speak Russian, perhaps English for those that don't speak it.
Oh,
Manners, And as bad as that is, it's probably worse than his.
Yeah, so his Russian accent is like thick like jellied brains. And that's what his brain is turning into trying to talk. Welcome to my home. Are you future wife candidates?
Thank you for having me. You have a lovely home. No, I am not.
You should. My son is very handsome.
I will keep that in mind.
No,
You haven't told him who she is yet?
No, I'm going to look at it.
Dimitri, I'm going to give you so much shit for this later.
I'm her employee. She does help. I'm helping out while looking for a job. Help on the side job.
Oh,
she works.
He flips to Russian again. Oh, she is mob. I knew you would join one day. Tell me, what family is she from?
What family were you from again?
I'm from the Romano family, but we're calling our new family the Bianchis.
Romano. Starting our own branch.
That's... He like, his face, like, storm clouds come over his face. And
yeah!
He like, spits to the side, and he's Italian.
Yes and no. Complicated situation arose. She's on her own.
He starts ranting at you in Russian, like, I told your mother letting you get mixed up with those youths on the docks would be no good. I told her, and I told her, and I told her, you should have gotten a good job back in the motherland with your uncle, Alexander. I told her, and I told her, but no, she wanted you to. And at this point, like, your mother comes in from the kitchen and smacks him upside the head with a wooden spoon and says, "Dear, you're being very," she says in English, "Dear, you're being very rude to our guests." You're being rude to our guests, and you need to calm down. Calm down, he turns and he roars at her.
And she just stays there flat-eyed.
Yeah, she just, like, gives him an unimpressed look. Maria, you can make a perception check.
To see how hot this mom is.
Let's go.
Let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
Okay. I actually have to open up my character sheet. I've not done that yet.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. You notice, like, it's like in his movement, it's kind of hard to see, but you notice that his hands seem to not be human hands anymore. They look more like bear paws.
Interesting.
And his face turns a bit more bestial. He starts roaring and shouting at her. And she's just, like, crossing her arms and tapping her foot and being like, "Are you done?" And once he finally shouts himself out, she says, "Go into the kitchen until you can make yourself more human." And she
Stinky.
pushes him towards the kitchen and gives him a slap on the butt as he walks by.
Right.
She turns to you and she bows her head and says, "I'm so sorry about that. My husband's usually much more behaved. But he does tend to get a bit worked up about the
Family business?
the family business, yes. Thank you."
Of course.
She is very much an elf. Like, 100% elf.
What am I working with here?
Probably about 5'3", 5'4", something like that.
So a bit more average size than normal.
Actually, for an elf, she's probably, like, closer to 2 meters. Just under. She's decently tall, taller than most women of the day, and she's got a very thin, willowy build, but under that is granite. She's one of those people who's, like, thin.
She doesn't show how fit she is.
Yeah, she looks soft, but you can tell under that under the velvet is all steel. Let's put it that way. She also carries herself with an aura of power, which you, as a caster, recognize. Like, it radiates a strong aura of magic off her. That's how powerful she is.
And she's just spoken to me in English?
She's spoken to you in unaccented English.
Oh, all right.
Like, better than your accent. You'll have to forgive him. Once again, please. Tell me, you are, I couldn't help but shamelessly eavesdrop. You are, my son's employer. I hope he hasn't been causing too much problems for you.
Yes, I am. He's been causing problems, but only the kind that his job dictates, if you know what I mean.
I knew it. He has. I always said he had the makings of potential in him. If only he learned to apply himself.
Damn. Roasted by your own mom.
Well, doesn't every child to some extent?
This is from the mom of the son who comes home covered in mud, blood, or both almost every night.
And all she says is, go get washed. You know the rules.
Yep. Go get washed. No mud in the house. And so,
Lots of blood, just no mud in the house.
I mean, it's your father.
Yeah.
So she says, I was just putting on some tea. Are you interested?
Yeah, Dimitri, if we have time, I would absolutely take some tea. I
It would
take
be
mine
rude
with no cream but 5 sugars.
Oh. I see. And Cleo pipes in at this point and says, no tea for me, but if you got any milk, I'd love some of that. And she looks down and says, oh, I didn't notice you there. I'm so sorry. And Cleo goes, yeah, I get that a lot. Anyway, I'm just here till they get the cow. And she kind of like gives Dimitri an eyebrow raise.
What can I say? She needs the cow.
I'm what you call a fixer. And she gives Cleo a once over and like a regal nod. I understand. And you also need a cow? Oh, I'm also Maria's cook. I see.
Make some good stuff.
Perhaps we'll have to share recipes sometime. Yeah, I'd like that. Perhaps one of these days when I have a day off, I'll come over and visit. It's not that far.
Oh, trust me, we have an open door policy.
So yeah, you guys stay for tea for a little bit. Dimitri's father eventually, like, he's off in another room ranting, and Dimitri's mother says, excuse me, and walks off. And there's that awkward feeling of, like, you're over at your friend's place, and their parents are arguing, and you're like, I want to be anywhere but here right now.
Meanwhile, the friend is just like, what? This is just every day.
Yeah. He comes back in, and then he bows his head to Maria and says, I am sorry I was so rude. You are gainfully employing my son, and for that I am grateful. Yes, grateful. Please, keep watch over my idiot son. He is strong. He is strong of back, but not of brain.
No offense taken at all. I understand that sometimes the Italian section of the mob, our reputation kind of precedes us, but just know that I'm running a different sort of operation.
Of course, if you are employing my son, it is definitely different. The mob does not look well upon the non-human species.
My mob is going to be all magic, so it's going to be fun. We're all having a good time. And thank you so much for your hospitality. And then I'm going to message Dimitri and say, do you want us to step out while you have this conversation?
I'll talk. And then I simply shake my head and no, not won't happen right now. Let him, yeah. The implication being he's going to let him cool off a bit more.
Okay. So we'll kick that can down the road.
Yeah.
So you guys spend some time just making small talk until you've officially hit the time meter where you've been here politely long enough.
Mm-hmm.
You quickly make your way out, and your mom catches you at the door and says, she grabs your arm as you're about to go, and she hugs you, gives you a kiss on the cheek, and says, listen, I know that she's saying in Russian now, listen,
Yeah.
I know that your life's been rough, but does working for her make you happy?
For now, yes.
Then that's all that matters. I love you, my son.
And you as well, Mama.
She gives you another kiss, and then she holds her cheek expectantly for you.
All right.
She holds her cheek.
Bro, if you don't give your mom a kiss on the
Wait,
cheek,
no. I'm sorry. I was spaced out. I was reading I was reading Shamrock's message. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna give her a hug back and kiss on both cheeks and nod as I head out.
That's right. And she calls out the door loud enough in English for Maria and Cleo to hear and says, "And I don't want any grandchildren too soon."
Oh my god!
And then closes the door. Okay, that's
Oh my gosh.
So you guys go to the cattle market and you pick up a cow of some description. And do you kill it here and carry it, or do you take it back to the estate or have it delivered to the estate?
Can we take it back and give it like one last day of fun?
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
we'll do all the things he likes to do.
Yeah, like just give him a glorious send off.
Stand in the field.
I don't feel good about this.
Stand in the field.
Maria's fine with it, but me, the player, I don't feel great.
I mean, Cleo probably knows how to kill it mercifully.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I would fucking hope so.
What? Just one tap and it's gone. That's it. Trust me, I've done it at least twice.
Oh, that's such a short number.
Hold up, twice?
Well, how many times do you kill a cow?
Fair enough. 0. Okay, you seem like you're the expert. Never mind. I've been convinced.
How many times have you had to kill a cow in one punch?
Exactly 0.
There you go.
You've done it. You've done it 200% more than I have. So yeah.
So, just get them to take the cow back there, unless you want to lead it around by a string.
What?
So, unless you want to walk through the street of Chicago, pulling a cow behind you, she's saying to get it delivered.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you want at the place? Okay, and do you want it butchered first? And
No.
Cleo says, no. We'll take care of that. He kind of gives Kat a look and then like turns back to Maria, like completely ignoring Cleo.
No, you can deliver it alive. I'm getting attached to this cow. I might just have a pet cow. I don't know.
All right. We'll have it delivered. And you pay for the cow out of your petty cash that you make a month. I don't know how much a cow is. Let's say it's like 20 gold or something.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fucking nothing. That's dropping the bucket.
Add a cow to the pet list.
No, we're slaughtering this thing.
I don't know.
So you guys are done with that. Let's move on to the book crew.
Oh, okay.
Sure. I personally wanted to do more research into the figure with the shepherd's crook that I had seen in my dreams. I believe they were a dragonborn.
Yes, a very specific species.
Yeah. I
Let's.
want to see, like, is there anybody matching that description, like, that isn't any public database that I would have access to? Like, or do they have a registered magic license?
You go to the library and you don't find. Do I have any good period music for this? Not really. Okay, well that's disappointment. Let's do this one, sure. Just have something. Yeah, so you look around, you don't really find any references to a dragonborn that looks kind of gaunt, also carrying a shepherd's crook that no one can see except one person. You don't really find a reference to that. You kind of come up blank, but you do remember, just to move it along, looking back into your campaign notes, you remember that she mentioned the empty wind.
Can I look into the empty wind?
You can, and looking into the empty wind with Edwin's help, tells you. I'm not even making you roll because Edwin's so good at this.
Thanks,
Looking into the
Cream.
empty wind, you find that they are a god of the forgotten dead. The empty wind claims domain over all people who have died and are not remembered,
Oh,
and helps them kind of reach peace in the afterlife.
I want to start doing research into them. That's beautiful.
The empty wind has quite a few people. People who die in alleyways. In the middle of a desert. On a life raft in the middle of the ocean. Anyone who dies and isn't remembered, the forgotten dead, are the empty wind's domain. And this person
Well
is
then.
apparently a priestess of the of the empty wind.
Okay, good to know.
You haven't sought out this individual, so I can't
Yeah.
tell you a lot about them. But
No, that's
I
fair.
can
That's
tell you a
fair.
lot about their god.
Yeah.
He's not the most popular god because devotion to him is kind of a 24/7 thing. Because people don't exactly die on the clock.
Yeah.
But you do know another person who is beholden to a death god you could ask about.
Beholden to a death god?
Yeah, Akil worships Anubis.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, I may or may not have mentioned that. I know. I think I told you he was a great.
You did.
But I don't think
I
I
just-
told you his god.
I don't remember. You might have.
Yeah, Akil.
But
is
okay,
the
I'll
cleric
make a note to
of
bring it
Anubis.
up.
Did you guys want to do any other research?
Is Edwin doing any research?
Yeah, Edwin was going to look up more on Sigil, specifically stories of people getting to Sigil.
Oh, getting to Sigil is pretty easy. You just walk through a portal that you didn't know existed.
Okay.
You get the feeling that some of this was mixed in with the myths of fairy rings.
Okay.
I walked into this random assortment of stuff, and all of a sudden I ended up in a new place. Speaking of which, why haven't they had I walked into a fairy ring isekai yet? That makes a lot more sense than a fucking truck hitting you.
Yeah.
A truck coon.
Anyway, where's my fairy ring isekai, Japan, you cowards? Anyway.
I'll listen to Isekai.
You don't need to know. Don't worry about it.
Isekai is the genre where you're transported to another world. Sigil is the city of doors. So it's not about finding a door to get there. That's easy. It's finding a specific door that's difficult. There's doors all over the prime material plane to get to Sigil. It doesn't list them, but it's they're all over the place, stupid. Just go find one.
Okay.
Just go find
Do
a
I-
forehead.
Can I find any kind of pattern or consistency between the different recountings
Yes,
of
that's
people
the
going
thing.
there?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
In
that's
canon, in canon, the
No.
doors to Sigil are just kind of all over the place.
and don't they disappear once used or some shit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's like a few that like stick around, but
Mhm.
for the most place, it's just kind of like it'll appear for a time and then disappear, and then another one will open up somewhere else.
Meaning a door that you've used at one point could now be a portal.
It's yeah, I mean that's the thing. You could literally walk through a door to the bank and end up in Sigil.
Yeah.
So I can't find any stories of
I mean, you
people intentionally going there, like on purpose.
intentionally going there, not really, because the people that go to Sigil tend to kind of go there to stay, and so they don't really come back. You do find an account from a guy who claims to be a planeswalker, who like gives you a detailed, or what he claims is a detailed description of Sigil. It's mostly the stuff you already have heard. You know, stuff
Okay.
like people, you know, ghosts, or no, sorry, no, ghosts, angels and demons are, you know, getting along. Gods and devils don't fight, and you know, you can find pretty much anything for trade here. He mentions that like he once saw a merchant selling souls, and another merchant who was selling, you know, bits of the elemental planes, like in a jar, as, you know, people trading like motes of inspiration and memories and stuff. Like, imagine the most like the craziest bazaar you've ever thought of. Like, imagine the craziest bazaar ever, and everything is for sale here. That's the
If it
market
exists,
system.
it has a price.
If it exists, it has a price and can be bought.
Yep.
The only thing you can't buy is the ability to worship the Lady of Pain.
Right.
He like underlines it twice. Like, do not worship the Lady of Pain.
Got it.
She very messily kills people who bother her.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
If she and
He
sorry, go ahead.
mentions, like, one place that he mentions the place he used, which seems to be a volcano in Hawaii.
All right.
Or
And that's
which
how
was-
he got there.
That's how he got there.
Okay. So,
Or, he doesn't actually say Hawaii, but you use a map and you figure out that's where he is.
interesting. All right.
He also mentions that, like, while you're not allowed to, like, start beef, between, like, the gods aren't allowed to do their squabbles or anything there. There's a lot of powerful people, and if you piss them off, they will kill you.
Right, sure.
They will find a way.
Yeah, like, you're not allowed to, like, start a feud or anything. Everyone has to behave, but, like, a bar
But
fights
casual murder is fine.
I mean, bar fights happen.
Accidents happen, quote
Muggings
unquote.
still happen. People still fall downstairs onto 21 bullets.
Okay.
Kind
It's
of
a
like
thing.
don't step on people's toes, because the people who wander around Sigil are disgustingly powerful.
Right, sure. Okay.
In out-of-game terms, this is like where epic level characters go to have like a day out.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't find anything on how to get there other than a couple of locations that people went to, and there's no consistency
like-
between any of them.
Yeah,
And
there's not really consistency other than, like, they went there and it was an unexpected place for there to be a door, but there was a door. And it always looks
Okay.
the same. It always looks like a tall archway filled with light. And there's
Okay.
stories of people, like, encountering it and walking through. Like, backtracking, because the planeswalker came back and he told his tale, and he says like, this is how I got through, and then you run back through the memories of reading other accounts, and you're like, oh, this person was from this group, and they walked through a glowing arch and disappeared, and the group came back and told about it, and you're like, that person must have gone to Sigil. But,
Right,
like,
sure.
on top of
Once you
that,
have the information, it starts lining up.
yeah,
It's
like,
just getting the information that's the hard part.
it's like, but there's no pattern about like where they are, like on top of a mountain, in someone's basement, inside a volcano. Because it's
Okay.
out of character. Basically, the doors kind of open randomly onto this plane.
Right. Yeah, you said that.
so-
You said that before.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard. You can't really like predict where they go. Although, if you are a planeswalker or attuned to planar magic, you can locate one.
Okay. Interesting. All right. That's all I can think of for that. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Cool. So we got 3 minutes. Do we want to run over a little bit and do Shamrock's bit?
Please, we gotta let these guys have some time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let our sweet boys. Grayest Gory, Shamrock.
All right.
Gray, are
Yeah.
you awake?
Great, do you exist?
Fritzy. I mean, if not, we can just do it later.
Fucking
I'm not
right.
fussed on it.
Rest in pasta.
Yeah, well,
I barely knew ye.
we can catch up to their shenanigans next time or later. I don't know.
Next
Some point.
time,
The
on
Unsung City.
Unsung City.
Next time with that dank titty.
Oh my gosh.
Audience, this is what I have to put up with.
You can love me.
And you love it. Don't lie.
So, thank you everyone for joining us. It's
Thank you
been-
so much.
it's
Oh,
been
yeah.
Yeah.
fine, and next week we'll get to see whatever Shamrock is doing, and we'll get to see Cleo's
What's up with them
secret
all?
Find out next time on.
I actually don't know. I might keep the cow.
Right, Esty. You do what you need to do.
And
Whatever.
With that, I bid you all a good night. Bye.
Nah.